On this day in music history, August 14th. August 14th has been a turning point for artists and the music industry alike. From chart-topping breakthroughs to backstage near-death experiences, this date pulses with stories that defined genres and solidified legends. Sonny and Cher top the Hot 100. On August 14, 1965, I Got You Babe by Sonny and Cher began its reign atop the Billboard Hot 100, holding number 1 for 3 weeks. Blending conversational vocals with folk-tinged melodies and playful defiance, the duo captured the restless spirit of mid-60s youth culture. Critics praised the song's catchy call-and-response structure and its lyrics, which spoke to a generation craving freedom. Its opening line, "They say we're young and we don't know," endures as an anthem of youthful optimism. Stiff Records debuts with So It Goes. On August 14, 1976, Nick Lowe's single So It Goes became the inaugural release, catalog number BUY1, for the newly launched Stiff Records. Its spare guitar lines, muted rhythm, and wry delivery cut through the era's lush studio excesses, signaling a fresh DIY ethos. Critics celebrated it as a refreshing antidote to bloated productions and as a blueprint for the raw immediacy that punk and new wave acts would soon embrace. Johnny Ramone endures a near-fatal injury. On August 14, 1983, following a packed Ramones show in Tempe, Arizona, guitarist Johnny Ramone was caught in a backstage scuffle and suffered a fractured skull. He underwent emergency brain surgery that day, fighting through sedation to emerge with his trademark resolve. Weeks later, he returned to the stage wearing a protective helmet, defiantly shredding chords despite doctors' orders. That rapid comeback became punk's defining moment, underscoring the genre's unbreakable ethos and cementing Johnny's status as the Ramones' relentless motor. Michael Jackson's Beatles catalog coup. By August 14, 1985, Michael Jackson had sealed a $47.5 million deal to acquire ATV Music Publishing, gaining control of the Beatles' songbook. His bid outmaneuvered Sir Paul McCartney and other industry heavyweights, riling the music world with its ambition. Jackson framed the purchase as an artist's assertion of power, undermining traditional label-publisher hierarchies. The King of Pop suddenly held one of history's most lucrative catalogs, forever changing how artists might leverage publishing rights to secure long-term creative and financial control. Britpop's Great Chart Battle. In 1995, August 14 saw Blur and Oasis clash in Britain's most famous chart battle as their new singles went head-to-head. Blur's Country House narrowly claimed the number 1 spot over Oasis's Roll With It, selling thousands more copies in a week-long sprint. The media frenzy dubbed it the Battle of Britpop, turning tabloid pages into front-row seats. Despite landing at number 2, Oasis fans celebrated a moral victory, and both bands rode the hype to define mid-1990s British rock. August 14th also marks the birthdays of artists whose careers reshaped folk, country, indie, and classical crossover. David Crosby, 1941. Co-founding force of the Byrds and Crosby, Stills and Nash, whose harmonies reshaped folk rock. Connie Smith, 1941. Indiana-born country vocalist whose debut single, Once a Day, spent 8 weeks at number 1 in 1964. Slim Dunlap, 1951. Minneapolis guitarist who helped launch the city's indie rock explosion with The Replacements. Sarah Brightman, 1960. English soprano who originated Christine in The Phantom of the Opera and pioneered classical crossover. August 14th's lineup, from velvet harmonies to snarling punk riffs, reveals how a single date can ripple across decades, genres, and chart histories. Each milestone reminds us that music's most seismic moments often happen when we least expect them.